She said, "Welcome to the island of lost souls." And there was Pamela Young Pruitt and Delia Marshall. And there was Adam Levy, they were all there. And Elvis Newman, he was there too. And she started to explain how all of them had come to be on this lost island over the last 5 seasons. And it got very complicated, and I had a hard time following it. And there was a lot of running around in the jungle, and there was another tunnel, and I think a monster, or maybe not, and they said the island was themselves, and I couldn't follow it. So we started walking around the island looking for a way to get off. And we saw a boat with a hole in the hull. It's a USS Minnow. And as we continued around, we saw these porta-johnies that had washed up on the beach. And we thought, hey, we could make a raft out of these and paddle off the island. Why not? Okay, so we did. We were paddling off the island now on these porta-johnies that had been opened up, and we were paddling, and we thought, we've done it. We've escaped the island. And we brought the rest of the lost souls with us. We were all on the sea, and we looked up and we saw a dark line on the horizon. It was getting darker and bigger. And all of a sudden we realized it was a tidal wave heading right towards us. And it was getting huge, huge. As it got closer, we saw 2 tiny specks on the top of the wave. And they were surfing. And Marcus Brooks in a sarong. And we could hear their voices over the surf. As they screamed above it, they said, "Dude, just surf! Go with the flow!" So we turned around, we started paddling, and we all caught the wave, and all of a sudden, we were on the top of the crest, and we were surfing, and we said, "This is great!" And Rich was giving us the hang loose sign, we were all happy, this is great. And we looked down, and we saw where the tidal wave was taking us. It was taking us right back to the prison. Right in the same direction. We thought, oh no, this can't be happening. We can't be going back to where we started from. And I was almost ready to give up hope. The backpack was getting really heavy. All of a sudden I could hear a sound. It was like thump, 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 and I looked up, and it was Toby Usnick in a helicopter. He said, "I've got my chopper license too!" And he threw down a rope ladder. And of course, by instinct, we all grabbed it at the same moment. And it was too much. It was too heavy. It started pulling the chopper down towards the tidal wave. I didn't know what was going to happen, because none of us wanted to let go. None of us wanted to go back to the prison called F.E.A.R. And none of us wanted to see the chopper crash, but we couldn't do anything. We were really in a bind, until suddenly I heard a science fiction-like sound effect. Like somebody coming out of a warp drive. And I looked up, and above the chopper, almost filling the entire sky, was the USS Enterprise. And all of a sudden, we were all in a tractor beam, and we were being lifted up in the USS Enterprise. We were taken to the bridge to meet the captain. We were all saved miraculously. And he was there, sitting in his captain's chair with a big smile on his face. It was Captain Jim Decker. And he smiled, and he spread his arms wide, and he said, "How's that for a plot device?" And we were so happy, we were so excited, until Scotty's voice came on the intercom. Only it wasn't Scotty. It was Brendan O'Connell, and they called him Irishy. He was saying kind of the same thing. He said, Captain, we're having problems. We're caught in a force field, and it's coming from the prison itself. We're being drawn back into the prison. And we said, no, we were almost free. And whatever we could do, we were lost. We were looking, watching the screen as the Enterprise was drawn right back into the prison. And the guards boarded the USS Enterprise and handcuffed us all and blindfolded us and took us out into the prison and stood us up against a wall. And I thought, this is it. I really got to take this backpack off. And then I was against the wall after I'd given up hope. And I thought, this is the end. And then I heard a familiar voice. He said, you can take your blindfolds off. Surprise! And we lifted them off, and it was Jude Bernard in an elegant suit. In fact, he looked so elegant, so much like an entrepreneur, we were all calling him J. Diddy Bernard. And he said, you know, I'm a real estate guy. I know a lot of contractors. So I pitched this idea to the warden of the prison. And I said, why don't we knock a few of these walls out and put some big picture windows in? Take the locks off the doors and let people come and go as they please. And take this prison called F.E.A.R. and turn it into a place where we could all meet and learn and share and grow together. Instead of a prison. A place more like a home. And he agreed. And he said, this is fantastic. What an amazing end to this dream. And I thought, I know I'm having a dream. And I know it's one of those dreams where there's a lesson attached to it. And I thought, okay, the lesson. We all piled into Danusia Cameron's Ferrari. We took a drive on a Sunday. We knew we could come back and go as we pleased. And I thought, of course that's the lesson. The next time you have a spicy meal, don't forget the rollades.